Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
This week in action.
Independence Day.
Could be something.
Talk to the developers.
Are you playing with my emotions?
Let's get sad and then
Too good to be true.
That's not what they did here. When's the money go in?
what other horror stories could come of this?
We love Tencent.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Action Podcast 73. My name is Aaron, owner and operator of the YouTube channel Action RPG. And with me, as always, is two of my friends, two of the senior leaders of this channel, been with me for a long time. They run everything. Daft and Guilty. Say hello, gentlemen.
How's it going, people?
Heyo!
And Guilty, if you did not know this, is in charge of all intro. I give him full reign on the intro videos for this podcast, and it'll be an hour before I'm about to go live, and he'll say, I finished the intro. And I think he does that on purpose, because then I can't be like, hey, you need to change it. There's no time. And that was, and I loved it, but that Guilty was very patriotic with his glasses. So yeah, I hope every Murica person, I already had all my Murica stuff, has been taken down. So Daft, thank you for the tier 1 sub, 23 months. How's everybody doing? I know we are on a different night. So our normal Wednesday nights, we talked as a group and we thought, hey, D4 Fireside is going to be on Thursday. We're going to know pretty much everything for season 1, and a new patch dropped, and we have a new trailer. So why don't we move or bump the podcast a single day so we can kind of break down what is going to be happening. So if anybody is wondering why we're on a different day, that is the only reason. It is because we wanted to be able to cover it. And Daft was like, hey, I know I haven't been playing D4. I'm warming up to it more as the community's warming up to it. I want to watch the entire 2-hour stream, mainly the Diablo Immortal part, and I would love to talk about it. So for me, bumping it makes a big deal. Or is a smart idea.
I'm not sure about the warming up part, but the rest of it sounded fine.
Even the Diablo Immortals, though? No?
No.
Don't do it, Daft!
It's fine.
It's your feelers, even in the wrong ways.
I know, right? Guilty, what have you been playing this week?
So Inquisitor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. So I'm waiting for season 1 before I jump head on into Diablo 4 again.
Okay.
Because there's no point until season 1.
And you've already beat the campaign. You've got all your statues. You've cleared the map. So everything that will transfer, you've done.
No, but I don't care. Also, Inquisitor is cooler. It's Warhammer 40K,
enjoyed Inquisitor.
and that's way cooler than Diablo.
Okay, so if you took like the main,
scientifically proven.
So if you take like the main baddies from Warhammer and the main baddies from Diablo, and they fight, who would win?
First of all, the main baddies from Warhammer are not just the demons. So if you just take the Diablo demons and the Warhammer 40K demons, That's one thing. And then
I will restructure my. I'll restructure my question.
40K hands down.
I'll restructure my question. The strongest characters from the Warhammer 40K lore and the strongest characters from the Diablo war go head to head. Who comes out on top?
Sanguinius would make Diablo his bitch. 40K all day long.
Wow, that is quite a statement.
It's
Daft,
quite
what do you think? Who would win that fight?
I might have to agree, though.
I mean, a group of Grey Knights go in. It's their job. Kill demons.
No problem.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think
a bunch
it'd
of
be a
Doom
good
guys.
fight. Because you got like tech kind of fighting versus mostly like magic fighting. So you have that.
I think Guilty
No.
just really
Tech
likes
wins.
guns too. So that's fair, you know. Guilty. Guns in games.
I like 40K. I played 40K since 2nd edition. I'm a bit of a fanboy.
I believe it. Daphne, what have you been playing this week?
Some Inquisitor, some Morrowind modded.
Morrowind.
Oh yeah. It's like a, 200 mod. It's like a whole day process just to get going. So that's its own mini event.
Every once in a while, I think Daft just pulls a game out of obscurity. Not that Morrowind's, like not a popular game, but just so when I ask him, what is he playing? It'll be like, oh, I'm playing Tetris today, or something. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not.
I generally don't fall and play all the newer games. I just kind of attach to some, like the whole Diablo experience. It doesn't do anything for me, but it doesn't compel me to do any other like ARPGs except for, I guess, the Inquisitor.
Yep.
So yeah, Morrowind's been great. It's a different pace. It's it's just a different type of game.
Are either of you at the end game running seasonal mechanics for Inquisitor yet?
No. I think I just hit about 50.
Darn close, because I had to restart the freaking campaign because I was one of the ones that didn't finish it. Switched over or whatever. I'm almost done that campaign. I'm in chapter 5. I'm in the last chapter.
Yeah,
it's a long campaign.
It's a bit long.
I got it done it's not done yet, but it's almost done.
But remember, you might be talking about the main campaign. You also have to beat all the DLC campaigns.
I did the Chaos one already.
Yeah.
I did the Chaos one already.
Okay.
I know. I enjoy that. That game's pretty easy to play because it's, just instanced rooms basically. So over and over. Easy to do. There's the time commitment can be, you can do your 10-minute run or 5-minute run and then go step away for a while and there's no drawback.
You can stand around in a ship. You notice how deep it gets in the end game though?
Oh, for sure. We got some people in chat saying, what about Baldur's Gate 3? Got a couple people saying they're hooked on Inquisitor until D4 Season 1. And we even got someone saying Undecember. We got an Undecember comment in there.
For me, Baldur's is just because it's so close. I haven't played in a few months.
Hey, Guilty, is it Boulders or Baldur's? How do you pronounce it?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Heathens.
Baldur's Gate.
That looks fun. That could be a fun Discord group game.
Baldur's?
Yeah. I know that Guilty would play. I would play. Who was it? Tech. So there was a couple others in Patreon chat that had brought it up too.
We had planned some content called Road to Baldur's Gate.
We did.
And it fell through because some of the people we were filming with actually lost the ability to film. So that was a thing we were actually focused on for a while.
Starting with 1.
Yeah,
going
we were
all the way back.
all of them.
Yeah. But this started last February, I think it was when we first started. So we were going to try to go through 1, 2, 3.
Gate.
Then
one of my first videos on the channel, one of the first videos on the channel that broke 30,000 views, I made a Bouldur's Gate. I called it Bouldur's Gate. I got just I got
it's someone in the Midwest with their terrible Midwest accent.
I got eviscerated. Bouldur's Gate.
Though, but
so that's why when Guilty says, "Oh, I'm playing Bouldur's Gate," I'm like, you can't say that.
Baldur's. It's an A, not a Baldur or Boulder. Baldur.
Oh, this podcast is already starting great.
Okay. It will be good though because it's based off of the engine from Destiny or Divinity of Sin.
Oh yeah,
Divinity
3,
originally
yeah,
Sin too. Yep.
Divinity Original Sin.
Larion.
Well, get
Yeah.
this. Since today's Thursday, and the question was what I've been playing for the last week. Technically, on Friday, I played Last Epoch
You
for 2
did.
hours.
You
Oh,
did,
that counts.
because you were doing that filming thing.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my.
I did Dev Chat 100 with Mike on the official
Yeah.
EHG stream. So I've been playing Last Epoch and then just a little bit of D4.
So Aaron, you're gonna get shamed right now
Why?
because you got together with us and Guilty and everybody here, and then people on Patreon. I mean, this huge list of questions.
It wasn't that big. I went through a lot
was-
of them.
Did you though?
I went through the ring comparison. I went through Twitch drops. I went through Alpha's question. Alpha's question was the first question I asked. I went there. At least half of them I covered, but not all of them.
All right. I didn't hear the ring one. It must have been towards the end because I watched about 3/4.
No, I did
towards
ask the
end of
ring
it.
one, and I asked all the Twitch drop ones and all that.
What did he say
the-
for the ring one?
The ring is a bug.
It's just a
Okay.
bug that they know
That's what
about.
he says.
Okay.
It's just
Is
a
it
bug.
a bug or is it just not coded? Because they could BS and say something.
No.
if
So
they
I
don't.
guess
Yeah.
previously it compared both, and then when they did an update, they broke it.
Oh,
That's okay.
yeah, maybe
they
on
just
their
never
end. That's
talked about
never
it, I
compared
guess.
both on our end.
Hot take, it was 10
What
times better
about-
than D4, I bet.
What about my my panda skins? That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
If you
Hakushu.
watched it, I asked. Guilty
I
has
asked.
2 questions. He wants a panda skin and he wants guns or something like that. Whatever
Both
you're.
of them are within. Yeah, they both
I
need to
could
happen.
done. You could pull off some weird, like, kind of steampunky type gun.
And just to be fair, as we are joking around, Reimer midstream is like, hey, Mike and Aaron, don't forget to read chat questions as well. Because I was just
I
asking
saw
him,
that, and then it was
but,
Yeah, I
and then
remember
we're
that.
like, so far behind. So
You tell Reimer to mind his own business.
and tell him to get out of his own stream. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get
go-
outta here.
Go draw something.
Clock on the
Yes,
mini
sir.
map. Oh, clock on the mini map. Was that on the list?
yeah.
I didn't ask that question for sure. Anyways, we have a great. We're already 12 minutes in. We haven't talked about Diablos. Everyone's so happy.
That's-
We got a great show planned. We're gonna be talking D4 season 1. We're gonna be talking about some of the Malignant and what is happening in this season. And we have a trailer. Just thought we could start with this. Guilty. What if it's like super loud? I'll turn it down because you always.
Probably gonna be
Yeah, it
super
is.
loud because it's you. You
always
also don't
tell
hit
me
buttons. Leave it as it is.
Let's see. I'm sure. It's, sure, it's fine.
Wow, look at the likes, dislikes on it. It's about half. Well, a little less than half.
It's not. It's that. That's bad. That is horrible.
It's almost 1,000.
It's almost like at the end of that live stream, they were like, "We know
from
stuff's
sanctity.
happening.
A new festering
Bear with
curse
us."
Yeah.
now spreads its corruption across the land. More dangerous, more malignant than I could have imagined. I have found a way to stop this plague. To rip the dark power of
Daft. That was a pretty good
monsters from their
werewolf
very core
image at the beginning of
and
that.
turn it to our
Yes, it was.
advantage in
I saw
destroying
that.
them.
I'm just thinking to myself, so many werewolves.
But I cannot do this alone.
I will say for a I mean, this trailer's fine, but obviously compared to what you see from Blizzard normally, it's like
Malignant are relentless and without
it's not as
mercy.
impressive.
I need help.
No, because they're that's like
I
the
need
still like it's
you.
not their usual awesome.
Ah.
Oh, I thank you, bro. No, I did move my camera a little bit today. Adjusted it.
So that's the trailer. I didn't even notice that it's getting ratioed a little bit. That means
It
for
wasn't
every
even a real trailer.
but I mean
like-
every 3 people that watch it, one person says no. Downvote.
Yeah.
That's not
Bad.
very
That's
good.
Bad for business. That's bad
That's
for business.
not.
Also, if it was one of their cool CGI real trailers, they wouldn't have got that.
I'm surprised it was just because it's their art for the most part, but it's probably, it has more to do with other things. People just waiting for it to downgrade it.
Lady Medusa says we always talk during the trailers.
That's because 2 of us can't hear them.
Yeah, I have mine muted. Otherwise, it would be like
course.
Delay
Yeah.
City.
So, anyways, this is what we're getting for the season. Seasonal features. We are getting a new quest line. We are getting new power. We're getting a new boss battle, and we are getting new gear. Now, are you two, Daft and Guilty, familiar with the new mechanic?
Enough to know that it's going to make you overpower.
It's basically like adding new aspects into your jewelry slots.
And it's real, like you could change it a lot.
To be fair, there are 3,000 votes out of the 10 million copies sold.
Oh, that's fine. It's
not
just
everyone watched it.
Data science.
I look at it as, you know, some people, I would guess like 80% of them just downvoted it because they don't like Diablo.
That's
you can't really
you suck.
You can't downvote like the quality. It looks fine.
They're downvoting Blizzard.
You think that's what it is?
Sometimes I like there's a percentage of those that's probably true. Like I don't like Blizzard, but I'm also not downvoting on that ground. So
yeah, I will say
Medusa.
You know, when they're presenting this stuff, I'm normally like, ooh, you know, new boss, a new mechanic, new gear. It's going to be a lot of stuff to learn, and it's going to change up all the builds. It's going to shake up the meta. It's going to be new stuff to hunt for. And then I kind of took a second after and thought about it, and I was like, technically, we're going to be doing the exact same. They're still going to be running Nightmare Dungeons, still going to be running the regular dungeons, still going to be doing Cellars and Renowned and Hell Tides and
I don't remember catching. Did they say they were going to do the next level 5 difficulty?
No, there was nothing in there about world.
I remember that was rumored a bit.
That does not mean it won't happen. I don't foresee them giving us everything.
I think they would mention it in that trailer.
I don't think they would. There's just gonna be some type of surprise lays, like in hit. Yeah.
You know, Blizzard from a marketing standpoint is normally pretty good. I could see them saying right at the end of the stream, and just so you know, some surprises will come day of release, right?
And then a cliffhanger.
You know what I mean? And then everyone, what? Yeah. Oh, we don't, you know, and then it just builds more marketing because now everyone has to make a video on, theorizing what it is. Exactly. It just builds the buzz.
You know,
and they didn't do that.
One? No, we got the opposite. We're like, we know stuff's going down. Just keep on yelling at us and we'll listen to you.
Well, I watched it at double speed so I can get through. It was like 24 minutes. I got through in half the time. So it was like watching the Chipmunks talk about Diablo. It seemed like the first half they were full sail, but that second half they were low sales. Like they were, because that was the gloomy stuff. They were talking about the battle pass and the
first 30-40 minutes of the stream they were talking about Diablo Immortal. I don't know if you skipped all that part, Daft.
I just watched the clip that we had.
Okay, so you skipped the first entire half of the stream. It was Diablo Immortal and the new class. So Diablo is introducing the Blood Knight as a new class, and it's like a vampire. It's like you look like a knight, and it's described. It's. Oh man, the one guy talked about it like it's a gorgeous class. Like you're a very good-looking knight vampire. And then, you turn into like this monster and you tear stuff at.
I completely missed that part of the video. So
yeah.
I sent a condensed version over to him to watch at double speed.
Yeah.
It was beneficial. I watched the thing partly during my activities today, some dental stuff.
Dental stuff? That's not fun.
Yeah. That's never fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd rather watch the dentist doing what he did than watch the first half of this, but
no, do I do this to Daftly? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I know you can't hear it, but at least you could see it. Now everyone in stream's gonna be like, oh my gosh. We're not covering Diablo Immortal, but you have to see this. The new Diablo Immortal class And I do think when you introduce a new class to Immortal, I feel like that's like things to come potentially for D4. Maybe you see a Blood Knight in the future.
We're not allowed to talk during a DI infomercial.
Dude, don't talk.
The darkness has always been with us. And humanity is right to fear it. The darkness wants to consume you and all you love. But my kind claim its power and wield it in defiance. Humanity is right to fear the darkness. I am a Blood Knight, and the darkness fears me.
Yeah.
Not surprised Blizzard went and made like the most popular class type in 2022, a vampire from all the freaking vampire games in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Survivors. We had with Solo Cup. Was that you, Solo Cup? Yeah.
Gameless.
And
the entire there's 100,000 people watching this live on Twitch, and all you see is like cash in on vampires, V Rising Vampire Survivors. Oh, they got it, like vampires, like all you see over and over and over again.
Pedro over there.
All of a sudden, Anne Rice books get made into movies more often than 2.5. They finish all
maybe what it is, maybe that D4 trailer's getting downvoted because they're like, dude, look at the amount of money they spent on the Diablo Immortal Blood Knight trailer, but the season 1 D4 trailer is like terrible, at least in comparison.
Okay,
I mean,
so that trailer for D4 was the equivalent to the Grim Dawn, like still motion, slight movements, and then they did an actual CG trailer for Diablo Immortal.
There you go.
I don't understand, but hey,
that's the $70 to $100 for one game, free for the other. CGI, 15-year-old animation tech.
I do think that it was a mistake for them to market literally 2 weeks straight of marketing. Fireside chat, season 1 reveal, D4, biggest game of the decade, close to $1 billion in sales, right? Millions of concurrent players. Anyways, season 1's coming. Jumps on, there's literally 100,000 people watching. And it's like, well, we're going to get to season 1, but we're going to start with Diablo Immortal for 35. And oh my God,
Aaron,
you can't even watch the chat. The chat is like WTF. Are you kidding me? Diablo Immortal's trash. It's just like a nonstop line of just getting ripped to shred. I wish there was a downvote button you could watch in real time, because it would be like climbing. Go ahead. Sorry.
When they did it live,
oddly reminiscent of when they had the phone incident.
But don't you have phones?
It's the same exact, like, I know you're here for this, but
that's what feels like a blunder, because you could just simply put out, even if it's 48 hours in advance, here's the agenda for the stream. First 30 minutes, we're going to talk Diablo Immortal, exciting news, new class coming out, or you don't want to spoil it, but game-changing mechanics are in the works, Diablo Immortal. Then we're going to move into whatever. So at least when people get there, they're prepared because they have the agenda, right? Then, but it's like, hey, we know, and they look daft. They literally say it.
Phones and they look at it.
We know you're here for season 1. They literally intro with this. We know you're there here for D4 in season 1. And we're going to get to that. But first, Diablo Immortal. So it's like, we know you're disappointed.
Yeah. So,
We're still doing it this,
Rich. People spent thousands on really predatory nonsense.
Yeah.
See, Diablo 4 is all cosmetics. They made sure to tell us that in this little fireside chat. Don't worry, that battle pass.
I mean, obviously, from a financial standpoint, they're probably thinking, okay, we got 1 million people. We got 5 million people that are going to see this when it's all said and done.
Right.
Diablo Immortal makes a ton of money. We just invested in this trailer. Maybe the trailer's so cool that it'll get people back. That I don't know.
When is that supposed to come out? That vampire class
Comes out on the 14th, I think. So 8 days.
So they're just putting the game in front of the next season of Diablo 4. So they're just kind of like hey, you got a couple weeks. You're going to be waiting on Diablo 4.
And then think about it like maybe we hook them and then I'm playing D4. Then I got to go to school. I'm playing Diablo Immortal. And then I come home. I'm playing D4. And then I'm playing Diablo Immortal. And then you're just getting MTX'd up you're getting.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know what the problem is?
People spend money on it? No.
Blizzard traditionally, the Blizzard we love, champion games. They were the foundation of the games we play today.
Right.
And they haven't made anything new mechanically so long that we are rehashing the old thing over and over again. And now they're just incorporating phone mechanics in it.
Well, what's his name? The main guy on the panel. Like,
you're talking about Captain Colonoscopy?
Yes. He made it a point to say the Diablo Immortal that launched compared to the Diablo Immortal 1 year later, because that's what this presentation was, the 1 year anniversary of Diablo Immortal. It's a totally different game. Almost like, hey, you played it before and thought it sucks, you should come back now because it's a totally different game. And we're going to have all this cool stuff, including a new class. Like, you could tell this was a like, come back. The microtransactions are running dry. Rayla, thank you for the Prime sub, sir. Thank you. 1 year. Awesome.
Cool, man. So Not Brevik made sure to say that the Malignant Tunnel.
Hold on, I can probably find it. Find
that. Find him talking about his colonoscopy and comparing it to the new mechanic.
That's a great way to put it.
It's like, maybe don't do that.
There's 3 different types of colored sockets.
There it is.
No.
Malignance. There's this corruption. The player's going to come across in thread.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Well, then I
didn't know you want. I would have had this queued up if you wanted to actually hear it.
How do I think?
That's options
that are new
Hey,
challenges for the player, things that you can fight that maybe you haven't fought before. Any previous season, or in this case, in the threat show up. Power.
No. It's back over here.
Yeah.
The Malignant Tunnel. Here it is.
Yeah. His Malignant.
There are these different colors, malignant hearts.
Because that was the Invoker event. So basically, there's two heart.
Powerful malignant hearts as the players progress.
No.
That can spawn. You're going to find that there are these.
This is already
targeted farming you can do. You're going to have the color associated.
I'm going to get it.
Blame Diablo.
Intentionally find more of them. There are these malignant tunnels. So there are actually places across the world where the but
it's right here.
It's a serious thing when you're over 50. You should
go and use these at a specific place called a malignant tunnel. So if you are trying to,
that's also the name of my colonoscopy.
This wasn't
There we go. And
it's a serious thing when you're over 50. You should know that.
That's a
good point. So if you have a malignant tunnel,
this is where you mute his microphone on. I can't stop laughing. Wait, everyone needs to hear this.
That's also the name of my colonoscopy.
Hold on.
At a specific place called a malignant tunnel.
No,
so if you are trying to,
that's also the name of my colonoscopy.
Okay.
There we go. And
it's a serious thing when you're over 50. You should know that.
That's a
good point. So if you have a malignant tunnel, you should get yourself checked out.
So in the world of Sanctuary, when we say malignant tunnel, we mean, hey, I'm a player and I want to.
That's pretty bad. I mean, it's funny.
It's like my Malignant Tunnel, everybody.
You like that
That's
one?
way to sell
It
that
just
product.
derailed so much in that moment.
Did you see their faces?
He goes, this is where we mute your microphone. That really is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. That needs
Then
to
he
be.
was like, but seriously, if you're my age, you should get that checked.
Hey, I'm over. If you're serious.
Things you don't do on stage. Volume 4 from Blizzard Entertainment.
He was just trying. Hey, you know what? And he didn't give the. I'm not giving medical advice, so he can get in trouble for that. You know what I mean?
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, you always have to say, I'm not giving medical advice, it's just my opinion. See, he didn't say that. Uh-oh, now he's in trouble. Blizzard cares about your colon.
It's almost like they put a bunch of non-PR people in front of a camera and say, have at it.
Okay, it's a good. I'm good that we're stopped here, though. So, we were talking about for a little bit. We got new quest line, new power, new boss battle, and new gear. Now, everything you're going to be doing. So if you're playing the game right now, Hell Tides, Fields of Hatred, Legion events, normal dungeons, nightmare dungeons, world bosses, all of that is the exact same. There, as of right now, what is announced? The season comes in 2 weeks. None of that changes. What is different is that when you kill an elite monster, there's a chance it is going to drop a malignant heart. And if you click on that heart, you're going to get that elite come back to life to fight with a pack of enemies. And then if you kill that elite for the second time, you could cage the heart. And then you could use that as an affix or an aspect basically to sock it into your jewelry.
Random color though. You can't pick the color, can you?
No, you cannot pick the color.
Random. But you could, I believe you could change it though.
So there's red, blue, yellow, and then there's a version that could go in any color. So I'm guessing the one that could go in any color is the most rare and the most powerful, because then you don't have to worry about color of your gear.
And then just like everything else in there, like the runes, and you can break down said malignants you don't like to try to craft them.
Yeah, so just like sigils, you could break down sigils to make new ones. You could break down these to then open up.
Actually want to get more
tunnels,
parts, but it's just a random chance.
And then we're always going to think of that guy's malignant tunnel when we think of this mechanic. The entire season, I will make this joke.
The point I am getting to is that for the most part, with the exception of interacting with elite mobs differently, what he is going to talk about right now is the only thing that is actually new. So somewhere you would go and interact with that is new. Listen to this.
World, where can I intentionally find more of them? There are these malignant tunnels. So there are actually places across the world where the malignance is manifesting in these new dungeons. So if you specifically want to go find more malignant hearts, you can hunt down these tunnels. Yep. You can go in and, hey, there are more malignant there. So there's a higher chance of finding malignant monsters there. And if you want to guarantee it, man, I really need a very specific type of malignant heart. How do I make that even more likely? That's when you take your crafted invoker, you go all the way to the end of a malignant tunnel, and you can use it on a malignant outfit.
You're going to find that there are these.
This is what it looks like.
These masses of malignants that you're able to go and interact with. And
like a heart.
A few
Hurrah!
potentially spawn different colors of malignants.
I mean, there's some new items though. There's new items. You're not going to find them because you're not going to be a cool
really
person.
target farm.
I'm talking specifically to you.
Like certain kinds of.
The rest of us, the boys, are going to find it, but Aaron's not.
Through the experience.
Real hard stuff too.
We were just showing.
But that's pretty much it, right? Some rebalance, some new items, and Captain Colonoscopy's malignant tunnel.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, it was a good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Good fireside.
Okay, this is it on screen. And on here, you're going to be able to pick what color. So you're in the tunnel, and you need red, you need yellow, you need blue. You click on the said color, it explodes, the dude comes out, and when you kill him, you know you're going to get one of that color. And that's the idea. Is of being able to target farm at least the color you are looking for.
See, I missed all the visuals. I had it in the background, chipmunk speed, but I wasn't watching it. So
new companion aspects for Aaron to make 0 TPS builds with.
Although
yes.
I am really looking forward to some of their microtransactions. I really am. Because like the Kickstarter ones, like whatever, like the first ones, they weren't that great. There were some cool ones. I think they're gonna do some off the wall stuff.
Did Guilty just say out loud in a serious tone he's looking forward to microtransactions?
I want to see them. I want to see them so bad.
Guilty's creating his own shorts. That is perfect. Oh, that needs to be saved.
The biggest wings. They have to compete with Inquisitor.
Guilty
the reigning champion
loves MTX. Oh,
I love MTX.
Published.
I want you all to buy
MTX, but
that is great.
Generally, I make themed like looks, and I'll use it on various characters, like a roguey look or a magic character.
I think a handful of us at least bought the $6 thing for the horse and the horse armor. There was like a little special or something they were running. You got to choose what armor. We did that, but like all the other armor seemed all the same color palette. Very not exciting. Although some I don't know, some of the barb armor was cool, but I wouldn't pay that much money for it.
How do everybody out there that's been a part of this community for a while, okay, just how do we go from 1 year straight of Guilty saying, I hate Blizz, I will never,
I hate
1 cent is, I wouldn't, anybody that supports that company, blah, blah, blah,
you
blah,
shouldn't
blah.
support the company. I have
now,
I'm being coerced.
Now, he owns the games, maining the game, and is talking about buying the MTX. What's happened?
I am maining Inquisitor.
Am I taking crazy pills?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Or it's that rotten potato dust in the kitchen.
Could be. It could be. But yeah, I like I looked at their MTX shop. I'm going to make fun of it in the future too for having the exact same color palette.
All right.
Across the board.
Lady Medusa wants to see it. Sure.
Yeah, like look, yeah. I think every item in that shop looks very similar.
No. Do I have it?
Oh, I did too, Flenser. I played day one. Halfway through the day.
I did play. Actually, it was before day one. I had to. I was being coerced.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
We had that.
Gentlemen,
Mr. Daft did too. And
you guys are talking too much on the podcast. People can't hear about the malignant tunnels and the MTX.
So sorry.
All right, Lady Medusa. This is going to be the Battle Pass segment. It's only a couple minutes long, where you can see Guilty wants to spend his hard-earned money on...
Spend your money.
Very funny.
That chipmunk
can we go back to the screen?
I counted at least 6 or 7 times.
Ooh, look at those. There you go.
Part of the thing is kind of they use the term
the same as the ones we got before the season.
One of the reasons you would want to complete the battle pass is you could look like this.
Yeah.
And by
if you complete the battle pass, you can look like this.
The armor that the characters are wearing. And so... Did you want to talk a little bit about
I'm not in any game. I'm not really
cool about a lot of items in the battle pass.
This is not as cool as my moose armor. I don't care. I like my moose. I like my moose armor.
Emotes to go chase for different.
It really isn't as cool.
And we have even things like the
they look the same.
Like what we're showing off here, like the Artisan's tunic. We have some things that are like these. And this is actually one of our free cosmetics. Actually, is this?
They do good. Like I like the designs on the outfits, like the
kind of
details.
Your characters just give you more options.
It's very intricate.
Like this, like
they look the same.
Has like a European kind of.
So when you're hovering up at
chase armor,
at God's view, and you're looking down at it, you don't see all that.
It's one of the things.
There's the horse everybody wants.
Either the role-playing armor, like the Artisan.
It's got the little smoke coming off of it or whatever.
The helmet is that one of the big things about the battle pass is that unlike the shop, the battle pass, all of the cosmetics are.
Give me like a
camel. We have a preview.
Just make the horse mounts look like horses. Yeah, you can't sell just horses.
And that's
you could if you made them slick looking horses though.
Yeah,
they look like had really cool manes and stuff. Colors.
The accessories realistic, but weapons. There are transmog
give me a
weapons
demon
on there
horse
that are class specific.
I think that's cool. I don't think they show. I think everything they just showed is all they showed. I don't think they.
It's eh.
It's eh.
It's eh. I'm just saying, all their MTXs, eh. It all looks the same.
There should be a cow MTX.
A big elephant with wings, big wings.
I mean,
no, they're not
like
putting
that.
wings in the game. No, be stupid.
Like, can you see the big, like, puffy cow?
Is that
you know,
in Diablo
something
3?
you'd see in Lost Ark?
No, we don't want.
No,
wings.
There's no we here. Daft and I want the biggest, awesomest wings.
Okay, just to be clear, maybe the worst wings I've ever seen are the last Ebok wings. Sorry. They're like
They're
little
not even wings.
They're like little baby wings.
It's like a little backpack you put on your toddler and send to school.
Yeah. I don't know, wings
Love
and
you,
cloaks.
Of course, we love EHG.
I don't know. I don't ever pick up wings because they usually just don't work for me. They're too big, or they just don't. I don't know.
The
like
wings in Martyr make you float. I like that.
They do.
Yeah, that's aesthetically.
They're
pleasing.
huge white
they're cool.
wings, looks like feathers, and it like lifts your character off the ground so you could float. I'm okay with those wings. I understand that.
Yeah, log out Malcro. Yes, they in Mortar you pretty much become a Space Marine cherubin or an Inquisitor cherubin because you're not really a Space Marine. But
Where is the giraffe? Oh man, that is funny. Okay, break from season 4 for a second to move over to patch notes from today. So a lot of people, if you watch the stream, they talked about there was going to be a fairly large patch that drops today, and it is out right now. Daft, you read all this, right?
It's in front of us.
Guilty, you read it all, right?
I did not because it's in front of me, and I know
patch
how
notes
to.
for me, Aaron, apply very little. I don't play enough.
How do you know if your end game build got a buff?
I don't have an end game build.
Hear me out.
What?
Hear me out.
What?
I'm not playing until the next season anyway.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't know that they fixed an issue where the player character would freeze when using the rogue's shadow step skill if used outside the range of your intended target.
I would never.
How would you know that?
I would never know it
if you didn't read this.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was okay, and I'd probably see a video you made about it.
I did make
and get the highlights, or what we're doing right now.
I did.
So,
I read through this.
You know a guy that does build guides tech? As long as it's not a rogue, we're good.
I read through this all, and it was just bug fixes.
Oh, he's kind of loud, talks a lot. Oh,
never
like that too.
Never's quiet.
Yeah, he wears red shirts. He's never quiet. He thinks he has big.
What
arms
shirt am I wearing?
like
Oh, I'm wearing my
10
Idaho shirt today. Daft hates this shirt. That's why I wore it.
I don't even care about that shirt.
You don't care?
No.
This was the shirt where you're like, who got you that shirt?
Oh, did it? Oh, I could barely just see the top part.
Yeah. Idaho. I was like, oh, that's a kind of 4th of July.
So I got my 73 right there.
No, it's not. But go on.
Yeah, it's kind of.
No.
It's kind of.
Wasn't even a state.
It's a state now. We broke 1 million population.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay, listen, you guys want to know that fixed an issue where the mount cosmetics would not properly display if applied while actively mounted.
Flenzer's got one too. Uniques drop from Helltide chests. That's actually pretty important.
That's true. And they did talk about that during the stream as well. Helltide chests can now drop unique items. Now, I will say, Flenzer, I thought they could always drop unique items. I think what it is that mystery chests could drop unique items, but now you could target farm. So you're looking for Tempest Roar, you can go and grab as many helmet chests as you can and actually target farm your unique through the chest that drops the said item. So, Murica. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, one big one in there. One big one in there. Okay. I want to move on a little bit to something that I talked about earlier, touched on earlier. When I think of a seasonal mechanic, I think of I am going to be doing something different for a game that has made more money than any other game. Is season 1 enough? Guilty.
I'm holding that they have not announced all of the mechanics. There's probably going to be multiple. I hope. Because we've had better mechanics from lesser companies. And most of us paid $100 for this game. And for us to be doing the exact same thing with, I wouldn't even count. It's like, it is a mechanic. Yes, it's a mechanic and it's got some cool stuff.
Yep.
Is that, it could be really cool too. Like, we haven't played it yet, but I want more. I think,
and I do think, because in my head, I try to look at it like all aspects. Again, it is a new mechanic. It is something new. I was talking to Tech about this earlier. Normally with a new mechanic, it's like, I'm going to go to this area and I'm going to do this. In this, you are going to be level 1. You're going to be interacting with this mechanic. When you're doing Legion event, you'll be interacting. When you're doing Hell Tides, you're interacting. When you're doing Dungeons, you're interacting. When you're doing Nightmare, because it's not a zone. It's not an area. It is an enemy. And you're always fighting. Like, literally, you're fighting an elite enemy every second. Sometimes you're fighting a pack of elite enemies. So, I mean, you're going to be interacting with this mechanic all the time, which is going to make you, it feel different. But, like, let's say the items you need for your build you have the 3 caged hearts you need.
Yeah.
So now you don't have
a new character.
The colonoscopy hearts. Yeah.
So now you don't even have to interact with, with the new mechanic if you don't want to. And then that's it.
I don't know. It just seems like they want to kind of give you everybody a lot the first season. So they're going to kind of overdo it probably. This seems to me like they realize everybody who actually gets this far in the game is trudged to 100 to even open malignant items, like get access to them. So they've already trudged through the slow leveled game.
You
so
can
now it's
access
like, hey,
this
here's stuff.
But Daft, you can access this at any point.
Yeah, it's not just for 100.
In the video they show of fighting and getting one of these, the guy was level 5.
Well, they talked about it. They said, I remember them saying
the tunnels. I think the tunnels are later on. But fighting an elite enemy and getting one of these,
drop one of those,
that's level 5.
I'm mistaken then.
I clipped the wing comment. Don't clip the wing comment. Me talking about last Epoch's wings.
The wing comment.
This is game changing enough that they don't want it to touch the Eternal Realm. Hey, not to change subjects, they did comment during the stream that basically saying they don't want it to be like PoE and they don't want a bloated mess, and that seasonal mechanics would not transfer over to the standard league or what they call the Eternal Realm. So that was kind of they just kind of knocked that out right.
I'm sure that'll get negotiated as time goes on because they seem to listen to the people.
So when designers get around, they talk amongst themselves and I think they have great ideas. They really don't all the time. Sometimes their ideas suck.
Sometimes
they're like,
bad.
oh, we definitely don't want to do this. We definitely don't want to do this because arbitrary reason 1, 2, and 3. And then, like, arbitrary reason 1, 2, and 3 make money. And people like them.
Well,
that's
obviously,
why certain things are king of the mountain.
I mean, obviously, seasonal features new gear. So all new gear and aspects go over to the Eternal Realm at the beginning. So it's just, all the
gear. Yes. Yeah. That was great. And in LE too.
So all the MTX and all that crap and all the gear and all the aspects will transfer over.
You would think.
They will. They start there. So they're like, they drop in both. But it's just this malignant feature will likely go away. Yeah, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the colon tunnel. Yes.
Colon tunnel.
Captain Colon's tunnel.
That's probably trending on Twitter right now.
What, Captain Colon's tunnel of love? It should
colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. You know what's really funny? If it was trending on Twitter, people that don't know what a colonoscopy is would actually like find out. Anyways, it's like it's, you know,
a generation of gamers suddenly have to go get scoped.
Next week,
my turn. I wanted to see Guilty's thought on it. I know he's played a little more of D4 than Daft, but that's my take. As far as something new to do, I am hoping they are holding back something, but I don't think they are. So that's my honest opinion. I hope they're holding back something, but I don't think they are. I don't think we're getting World Tier 5, and I don't know. It's only the season drops in 2 weeks. Like, you know, this is the buzz. This is the everyone's streaming and making videos and commenting and writing articles. You're in the window. You know, if you don't hear anything in the next 7 days, like, we know everything that's happening. Now, it would suck if they don't tell us, and then it's like it gets data mined, and then it's, wait, there's stuff in here they didn't talk about. What's this? Well, and then you get, unless they know it's going to get data mined, and then that further drives conversation. I don't know. Maybe
you know they're data mining it. It happens all the time.
They're data mining it and leaking it to the people.
It happens so much that you think they would stop it.
Can you see through those glasses?
Yeah. Can you?
Can I see through your glasses? Is that your question?
Not so much.
No. Good. Not so much.
No, it's like, okay, so the data mines happen so often.
Yeah.
And not just to Blizzard, but to like multiple companies. It's, you got to think that maybe it's a tool. Maybe it's a marketing tool at this point. Sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Any news is good news, is how some will say it. So,
and then I was thinking about even the new gear, because obviously, you know, new uniques, new gear, like that's exciting. I think that's exciting. It opens up new builds, new stuff to chase. I like that. 6 new uniques to discover and 7 legendary aspects. Now, this doesn't say 7 legendary aspects per class. It just says 7 legendary aspects. So you don't even know, like, if they're class specific. It could be 1 aspect per class, and then the uniques, you don't know what those are for either. So I just don't think it's enough.
It's not very astounding, but it's only 3 months.
They're on par with it's safe.
It does feel safe. And you know what? 3 months is going to fly by. It's going to be 8 weeks since it drops, and they're going to be, hey, stream for season 2 is dropping. You're going to be like, holy crap, they're already on season 2. So I do believe that it'll go fast. And maybe that's the idea. Hey, we're going to do quick seasons, new aspects, new uniques, new mechanic, new boss fight, new quest line every single season. It's not going to be crazy game changing. It's not going to transfer into the Eternal realm, but it will be enough to hold everyone over.
And that's why they want you to finish your stupid campaign so you don't have to redo it and you can get right to the game that they want you to play, not the campaign.
You mean that force dynamic?
Now,
yeah, they force a dynamic on the Gotcha.
But hey, you know,
this is a good segue into something they covered during the live stream. They talked about the Renowned system. Okay, the Renowned. They have made that, at least unless they're changing something in 2 weeks, they've made the decision that what they said in the previous stream is how it's going to be. You get your Fog of War, so whatever part of the map has been fully uncovered, that will transfer. You will get your city waypoints, that will transfer, and you will get your Altars of Lilith. Those will transfer. So you need to do
the other stuff.
Yeah, so you got to do your waypoints that are non-city. You got to do
There's only 3 cities, right?
Yeah, but there's 100 waypoints. No, isn't there?
Really?
Oh, there's so
It's
many
ridiculous,
waypoints.
man. There's like a handful. I think it's like 3, maybe a little more.
Now, your whole
Main
map
city.
is uncovered, so getting the waypoints will actually be pretty fast. But anyways, you got to do your waypoints, you got to do your strongholds, you got to do your side quests, and you got to do your dungeons. And once
Question,
those
though.
are done, you'll have your renown unlocked for your season. Yeah.
Is it your?
So well, go on, Daft. Go on, Daft.
I was reading chat. Is your stash saved too?
No.
Okay.
Only for your eternal. But so
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
we're looking at design here, okay? Does it seem like good design to everyone to make them arbitrarily go click on a dot on a map?
I think
Because at that point, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're I gotta ride my pony. Ride my pony.
Hey, they
Oh,
give
I
you
gotta
your
attack.
mount at
Gotta
the
attack.
start of the season.
Yeah, you get your mount. Yes, you do. Get on my pony. Dot. And you do that probably in a group, while like eating chips or something.
Literally, I log
Arbitrarily.
into the game. Ooh, season 1. Oh, I'm ready to go. And I'm all excited. And I get on my pony. The first thing I'm doing
This
is
is what
getting
you're doing
every
for the first day.
I'm getting every waypoint on the map. Literally, for every waypoint knocked out. And if there's a side quest, maybe I'll like knock it out, along the way. But I'm getting every single waypoint. Then I'll get a group together. We'll knock out all the strongholds. So it'll be waypoints, strongholds, altars of Lilith, and map uncovered, because those transfer. I'm hoping day 1. Those 4 are done. And now it's and now you have to level an adventure character, right? So you need to figure a way to level your character. So you just go into the dungeons you need for the renown anyways, and you're knocking out your renown while you're leveling your character. That's
realistically halfway for the extreme players, and 1 day for people who are a little bit more than casual.
No,
Before
you
can
won't
start playing the next season.
You won't get it the first day. You won't get it the first day.
I don't know. I bet some.
Yes, mounts are available. Level 1, you get your mount.
Yeah, you
They
get
know
your mount
it's a
as soon as
turd.
yeah. Well,
They
so,
admitted
like,
the round is not where they wanted it. Yeah.
so these are supposed to be major league designers, and that system seems glaringly terrible.
Just
saying it sounds terrible.
Blizzard is huge. Blizzard has infinite resources, I would say.
Do they though?
I don't know. All I know is this game is very profitable, right? So
It's very profitable. That
Right.
one mechanic that I don't like is all. No one likes it.
it
They
does
don't like it.
suck when they're like, hey, we know you want extra storage space. We know you want gem tabs. We know you want this stuff.
Thinking about those.
But season 1 was basically baked and finished a month ago. So we're taking all that stuff you want and putting it into season 2. I just don't know how it works. Like, is that,
That could be it, or 3 or 4. Let's face it, there could probably be a few ahead. But no, it's like I'm talking about something that during discussions at a boardroom setting, where I am saying this and it sounds terrible now the way I've described it. Did no one do that? Did no one
priorities
foresee
probably
that
look
being
different.
terrible?
Ooh, I know something we can cover. I know something. Did they do on this video? Does it have the questions? No, it doesn't have the questions, huh?
No, they start falling apart in the last third.
Mm.
And then it just ends.
I mean,
awkwardly.
I wouldn't even say it's balancing.
I give
for,
them an F and a plus
that
B.
one mechanic. That's my only issue. Is that's sad. It seems like maybe someone like who was a senior developer really loved their idea and stuck to it, and like everyone else didn't have a say.
I just wonder behind the scenes if there's like a season 1 has gone gold. It is ready to ship. It is packaged. It's done. Season 1 is baked. Now we could talk about hot fixes and patches during the season. But as far as season launch is done, we are already working on season 2. Okay, we know for season 2, they have to expand storage. We have to put in the gem tab. We need the crafting mechanics. We're going to add in, like, season 2 will be the quality of life that everybody wants with the new mechanic, right? So
question though, when you say
that's my
crafting
thought.
Mechanics plural, do you think that they're going to get us a balanced system with multiple crafting mechanics?
No, I don't think so.
That's going to be like leaked out over the course of 10 seasons.
Yeah, like a year and a half.
What I actually want,
PoE style with that.
What I actually want is for them to expand their skill tree, that every single skill in the game gets another branch out. So like the no, because you could click on the skill, then you get no option, and then you get one option. It's like so bad, but it should be like that last option then also gets 2 options. You guys know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is
yeah.
And then that option should also get 3 options. Like that's the skill trees, man. What's up, Exatheus? Okay, this is what I want to talk about. The question was asked at the end of the stream when they were doing Q&A about respecking. And they were talking about they are looking at the current gold economy. They understand that the function of respecking also sucks. It actually, never mind. I didn't want to say that. It reminds me of another game where you have to click one button at a time to respec.
What game is that?
I can't think of it. No, Lady Medusa.
It's almost like a
can't say
company might have a button internally that they haven't given us externally.
The Scroll of Amnesia is coming.
Yay.
And this is going to be a mechanic where when you take it, it basically sets you back to everything. Can't be LE. It can't be LE. Exactly. The
Judd,
Scroll of Amnesia.
Give me that damn button.
That's a really smart idea. Hey, you play through the season, you get this item, and then you want to start a new class, you want to do something, take your scroll, you don't have to spend any gold, it resets your whole class. I like that. I like that. I mean, I wish you could just do it all the time that way.
But Aaron, how often are you going to change your ideas in Diablo? Like, there's only so many.
He has to make 50 builds.
Guilty said it.
Crazy like that.
Guilty said
He's
it.
not going to play that many characters. That's just ridiculous.
That's true.
I can get a Scroll of Amnesia for the LE campaign and forget about it. Oh, tech. Hey, somebody asked a question earlier. We're at the hour mark. This is a good time for just a little announcement. It's nothing big. Nothing big. Little announcement. Daft and Guilty don't know this yet because I didn't want them being like, great,
These
more D4. Great. Little announcement. Somebody asked me earlier, what am I going to be maining for season 1? I am going to be maining Barbarian. I'm going to be maining Barbarian.
Barbarian?
Icy Veins has been so impressed with the initial work that me and the team have been doing that they are giving us solely Barbarian. We will own that entire class for the site.
We've played 0 Barbarians.
And we will own...
If they want to give something out arbitrarily and randomly, give it to someone that's actually played Barbarian.
We will own the entire Barbarian class, including Werewolf for Druid. So they're expanding our role. And we will be putting out weekly. We have access to news now where we could put out...
Hey, Dad.
Where we could put out opinion pieces.
You want to be the Icy Veins creator for Rogue?
He'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
He'd be really, really good at it.
I got it.
So...
We got like 4 hours.
This is why I didn't want to tell them. This is why. That's why it's like they don't give a crap. I'll tell the stream. But yeah, I will be maining Barb for season 1.
Aaron, that'd be like you maining Lich on Last Epoch.
I could main Lich. I could main Lich. I could main Lich.
You've played one Lich.
You ever played?
Easy.
I can't help you, Mr. Guilty.
One Lich.
I picked up a 4 LP Lich item, and he's like, blah.
I have 12 of those.
He locked up.
Easy.
Got jealous of my 4 LP item.
It would be like Guilty playing a game.
You mean winning with my 4 LP item that you've never gotten?
Balancing is going to be your problem then, Aaron. I'm aware of the many problems. sense. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Don't listen to these naysayers. It's going to be fun.
No, he can do it. He can do it.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a team backing him.
No. One man army. One
man army.
Man army.
One
man.
Are we sure about that?
Don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes, Guilty. All right.
The trick is always be firing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I suppose so.
Druid sucks. It's all about Barbarian.
Barbarian is way more fun than Druid, but Druid was aesthetically more pleasing.
There is a team of people inside of Alpha. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, but see that you're filming a video that we're not allowed to talk about in stream. So good luck. Godspeed.
Daft, do you see all the new emotes?
I have.
I wanted to ask you. I'm just asking you live on stream. Do we want to make all the animated emotes the same emote style? Or is it good to have like a balance?
I think you want to have a couple different styles.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Certain people like certain kinds. You can mix them up. That doesn't get overdone. But yes, I mean, they could be all altered in many ways.
Xathius says, Source got buffs again. Barb's left for drying out.
Yes, Barb's still really fun.
When's Icy Veins going to have Last Epoch? Yeah, I know we don't talk about Last Epoch right now. And there is stuff coming for Last Epoch I can't talk about yet. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Contractually obligated not to talk
Hopefully fixing dying.
Hopefully fixing ring comparison. But right now, the idea is,
among other things.
Rich, my main contract with Icy Veins is for the building of a new Last Epoch site that is similar to the competitors that you would see like Maxroll. And they just finished all the new everything for D4. And what they're going to do is strip all the D4 art and words and mechanics and then put it all Last Epoch. So that is currently being built as we speak.
Excellent.
Aaron's here thinking he will make a sword and board Barb. Dual shield is my first build. So I'm going to make dual shield. Dual shield Barb. Dual shield Barb will be the first build. So long all roads don't lead to LE.
Oh, they do. It's just roundabout.
It's just we go around and then in a circle, then straight, then a back, and then
anyway
the roto.
I got.
Don't forget up and down levels. You gotta go.
Yeah. And then you get
how was your companion build? How was that?
I was playing it today. I was able to get 425 cinders, no problem.
With those weak ass puppies.
What?
Atheist is blasphemy right now. He said Wilson.
I distinctly remember watching them try to kill a spider.
Oh man. Don't worry.
It was already half dead.
Don't worry. D4 Companion Suck Part 3 is coming to YouTube Shorts. I got one today when I was playing. It's so bad. So bad.
Is that the pet system?
Dual shield sounds more fun than Druid. Did you
Druid
buy?
Looks great.
What did you buy with those cinders? Great. 2 mystery chests and a ring chest. Couldn't find the helm chest. Couldn't find. Okay, I'm just Guilty and Daft. Just take note of Xathius saying that Ellie is going to be like Wilson because we might have to kick him out of the community. So just take note of that because we're not.
First of all, Wilson was made in an engine that had no business. They had no business making that game in that engine. Second of all, have you played it?
Just get Druid companions to auto pick. Just to be clear, if Last Epoch went the way of Wilson, that would mean it would hit 130,000 concurrent players. And then it will lose all its players a month later, but it'll get there.
Was it a whole month? I thought it was faster than that.
I mean, you can track on Steam charts like by the month.
Was it a month?
And it was 1 month. 1 month it fell from 130,000 to under 10,000.
My buddy and I co-opted for about a month, and then we're like, no.
Sorry, sorry. Okay. I don't want to talk anymore about Diablo 4 season. Are you guys good?
Wilson.
Totally good.
I don't want to talk about Wilson either. Okay. Hour and 10 minutes, a little shorter. That's okay. We don't need to beat a dead horse. I think we talked about everything we want to talk about. D4 dropped a patch today, a lot of bug fixing, and you can now get uniques through mystery chests. We had a 2-hour stream breaking down Diablo Immortal and D4 Season 1. We talked about the Season 1 mechanics and everything that's coming, and we watched the trailer as we talked over it the whole time. So I think that sounds pretty good. And I got on video short Guilty saying he's most excited about D4 MTX for Season 1. I can't believe he said that out loud. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, that made my whole night.
All the MTX. I want all the people to buy all the MTX that looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Coppers.
No, don't try and don't. You can't roll it back. You already said it.
I didn't roll it back. I said the whole same thing the whole time. I hope
you already said more. Xever, thank you for this, dude. Daft and Xever both subbed for their 24-month, I think, was today.
Congrats, guys.
2 years. Thank you. Lady Medusa says lies. Says lies. Okay. That's going to do it for This Week in Action podcast 73. Get asked all the time, Aaron, what is the best way to support? The best way to support is Patreon. You get access to the VIP YouTube channel where we put exclusive Patreon-only content. This song was made by this guy, and I just put a 2-part video up for Patreons with him showing how he created it, and up there right now is my studio tour. So if it was between a Twitch sub and a Patreon, you should do Patreon, because you also get access to the VIP lounge, chit chat every single day, and you get access to the bonus hour that we're going to switch over to right now. So yeah, it is a good time. That is the link to the Patreon. And if not, at least come over to the Discord and hang out with us. So for all the Patreons out there, bonus hour will be going up in about 10 minutes. It normally takes us about 10 minutes to get everything all set up. So look for that link in VIP. Thank you all for the subs and donations, gentlemen. Thanks for coming on as always. Hopefully, Rogue energy drink. So stupid.
Guilty flavor.
Oh, well, that wasn't even. Wait, was that during the podcast I brought that, or was that pre-show? I don't even remember.
Who knows?
It was pre-show. So stupid.
They're just like, huh? What?
Rogue energy drinks is sending me samples to see if I want to be a part of the Rogue
balls
community. Yeah. Forget Zip Fizz. Rogue. So, dude, I can't wait. Hey, everybody. This is what makes me a great gamer, right? I'm going to be one of those people. I drink Rogue while I play Raid Shadow Legends, and it is the best game of my life.
Fill your top shelf, Aaron, with Rogue bottles and
Rogue. What the hell is Rogue? They're probably watching right now. All right, everyone, this is going to do it. Have a great night. Patrons, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.